Good morning or good afternoon. This is Mwadi Dibinga with another edition of my video blog, Mwadi's Musings. I want to thank you for taking a moment to tune in, and I hope you had a great weekend, and I hope you have a lot of really exciting things in store for you this week that's coming up. I wanted to talk today about the importance of being spiritually and principally aligned. You know, it's often said that a house divided against itself cannot stand. The same holds true for you as an individual. You know, this past Saturday I went to Subway and I ordered a veggie patty sub. And after I put in my order, one of the guests, another woman who was ordering sandwiches, she came up to me and she was like, you know, I really admire you. I really should be ordering something like that too. You know, I really want to be more healthy. And, you know, we started having this really nice conversation where we shared ideas about how to be more healthy and how to have more balance and, you know, all this wonderful stuff that, you know, is of great interest to me. And I was thinking to myself, wow, it's so nice to sort of be out, right, and have this random sister just come up and start speaking to me so nicely. I don't think that happens enough in this world. It was really a good feeling. And so we're in the middle of this great conversation, and then, you know, out of the corner of her eye, she noticed that the person who was making her sandwich was not laying the olives down right. I guess instead of having them evenly distributed across the whole length of the sandwich, they were concentrated in one half of the sandwich, and that kind of ticked her off. She started going off. You're not doing it right. They should be spread out. This is getting me really upset. I mean, she's going on and on and on. And I was shocked because, you know, just 2 seconds prior to that, we were having this lovely conversation. And then next thing I know, she's doing a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde on this poor guy. And then when she's done, she turns back to me like nothing happened, continued our conversation, wrapped it up, told me to have a blessed day, and kept on going. Now, I'm trying not to be judgmental, right? Maybe she was having a bad day. I don't know this woman from Adam. You know, don't know her from a can of paint. So, you know, I don't know what her story is. But I did make a mental note, and it reminded me of something that's always sort of bothered me. I think I used to do this as well when I was younger, not so much anymore, which is that there are people who allow external circumstances, external audiences, whatever going on outside of them to dictate how they show up on this earth, how they show up in the world. So in other words, perhaps this woman, maybe not this woman, but I know other people. I used to be like this a little bit myself when I would be around my supervisor at work. You know, when I used to work, when I first started working, I should say, you know, I would be very formal and very proper and be very serious. And then I would get around my family and just be real, you know, funny and loud and like to laugh. And then I would get around my friends and be another, you know, person, and so on and so on and so on. And then as I got older, I started to really experience what I felt was like almost a karmic schizophrenia, where it was just too much because you couldn't figure out who to be in front of who. And I felt myself not being my true authentic self. And I had made a decision a while back, several years back, that whoever I am, that's who I'm going to be. And that whatever person I am, whatever values I believe to be true, if I believe in social justice, if I believe in treating people equally, if I believe in respect, I'm going to show that face everywhere I go. I'm not going to hide certain aspects of who I am or amplify certain aspects of who I am just based on the audience around me. I'm not going to determine who's worthy of me of seeing my best self and who's not worthy of the effort that it takes to be my best self. I'm not going to talk up to some people and talk down to some people. I'm going to be principally aligned, core value aligned, such that regardless as to the circumstances, regardless as to who sees me or who doesn't see me, regardless as to the context, who I am at my core is going to be consistent. I'm going to stand in the knowledge of my greatness, and it may sound conceited. I don't care, because that's how I feel, and you should feel the same way too. I'm going to stand in that knowledge, and I'm going to present my best self everywhere I go. Now, mind you, I might be still a little bit more formal when I'm with my clients, of course. I'm not going to talk to them in the same way that I talk to my family. I'm not going to tell them the same jokes that I tell my family. So I'm not saying that at all. There are times when we have to be our highest self and our best self, or our more professional version of who we truly are. But the core, at the bottom of that, the root of that, has to be a consistent presence, a consistent knowing. I'm not going to be espousing the importance of having up-leveling conversations conversation and surrounding myself with positive people when I'm at a workshop, and then in my own personal life, I live a life that doesn't even reflect half the things that I say in public. I'm not going to do that, because when you are divided against yourself, and you're being pulled in different directions. Who am I going to be today? Who am I going to be tomorrow? Oh, what face should I show here? What face should I show there? You're being pulled in these directions. You can't get the forward momentum to go in the direction that you want to go, which is onward and upward. In other words, when you're fighting a battle internally, trying to figure out who to show up as in this world, the universe is going to fight that battle with you. How can I give this person a blessing? How can I create a space for this person to come up higher? How can I put proper people in this person's path to help this person achieve his or her greatness when I don't really think this person knows who he or she is? And therefore I'm confused. I don't know who he or she is. You want to conspire with the universe to create that life, co-conspire with the universe to create the life that you want. You have to show up as yourself at all times so that your dream can recognize you, so that your vision can latch on to you, so that people who want to serve you, who can be in service to you, can find you. But they won't be able to find you if you put on a different mask, a different personality, a different persona every day of the week, right? You can't change your values and your perceptions as often as you change, your undergarments, and have the expectation that you're going to have real abundance and joy in your life. We all grow, right? So I'm not talking about conscious evolution. I'm not the same girl that I was back in my teens or my 20s. There are people who meet me now that I'm in my 40s and are like, Wanda, you've really changed. I hope so. I would hope after 40 plus years on this earth, I've had some growth, I've had some insight, I've had some change, but it's been a direction going this way, not this way, right? Not back, forth, up, down, all around, depending upon who I'm with. Take the time to tune out the outside world and tune into yourself and find out who you are, who you truly are, what's important to you, what values do you hold most dear? What kind of life do you want to live? What kind of person do you want to be? Figure that out and be that person no matter where you are, no matter whom you're with. Some people may like the you that you show up as. Some people won't. Some people may want to roll with you. Some people may not. And that's fine. We talked about this before. As you become more of who you're supposed to be, life will create a path to let those out that need to go out and let those in that need to come in. But you need to be consistent. You can't change who you are. You can't keep changing your core values and changing the mask that you put on depending upon the audience, depending upon the circumstances, depending upon the context. Your vision won't be able to keep up with that. So the universe won't be able to keep up with you if you continuously change who you are. You might lose some friends. You might be a little uncomfortable. You might have to start to think about your life a little bit differently when people that are used to you wearing a certain mask start to fall away when you put that mask down. But so be it. It's necessary for your growth. It's necessary for your uplifting. It's necessary for you to be able to walk forward and be the person that you were called here to be. A house divided against itself cannot stand, neither can you. Strive for alignment of your core values. Consistency in your mission. Consistency in your spiritual expression. Wherever you go, take the best of who you are to that place, and the best of what the world has to offer will find you. So today, just for today, take some time to bring some awareness to the extent to which those times that you are acting in a way that you know is not consistent with who you are at your toes, who you are at the bottom of it all. Don't worry about what other people think about you. Don't worry about the friends that you might lose. Don't worry about how people might maybe start to talk about you if you start to change and really be more of who you are. Don't worry about that. Worry about the fact that you have an opportunity to maximize the beauty in your life, the joy in your life, the success in your life by being more of who you are consistently, no matter where you go. Principle alignment, being aligned in your principles, in your core values, in the persona, in how you show up in this world will maximize your chances of having true success. It's going to maximize your chances of bringing your vision to pass. That's my hope for you. So I hope that this idea of being who you are, wherever you are, be you all day, every day, and then your life will start to transform. Your life will start to change. If you have any ideas about this, you can always email me, Mwadi Dibinga, mdibinga@mwadiunlimited.com. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But in the meantime, have a great day. Be the person that you were called here to be. The world is suffering from a deficit of creativity, a deficit of authenticity, a deficit of true courage. You are the answer to that deficit. Make it happen. Go out, have a great day, and I will see you very soon.